Hi, this is Edward Uriarte, your local realtor. This week's market update for June 27, 2022. As you can imagine, the market is moving pretty quickly in the current environment. Interest rates are going up. I believe the last time I saw the prevailing rate, it's roughly running about 5.75, 5.75 for a 30-year fixed mortgage. And sellers are concerned that the market is going to crash, and we're seeing a little bit more inventory coming onto the market as well. We have noticed some price drops in the housing market for some houses. We have noticed some houses drop out of escrow as well and are also taking a little bit longer to sell. So I think that many people believe that there's going to be a huge correction in the market, and buyers are kind of holding off too because they feel that there's going to be a big correction in the market for many buyers. Especially with the current interest rate being about 5.75 or 5.5% fixed for 30 years. But I'm going to weigh in here because back in 2007, 2010, which was the last market correction or crash, as many people, or the Great Recession that many people want to label it, between 2007 and 2010, there's a big difference in the current environment to what it was then. Back then in 2007, 2010, we had very loose lending guidelines where individuals would be able to buy homes with 100% financing, no skin in the game, no down payment, maybe cover their closing costs, and they were set and they bought a house. Basically what they said, if you had a pulse and a social security number, you can own a home back then. So many people figured out, hey, it's probably cheaper to rent than to continue to pay this big mortgage payment that we don't have any equity in as well. But you fast forward from 2010, like 3, 4, 5 years after that, houses did come back to its original value and exceeded, in many cases, what that value of the purchase was between 2007 and 2010. If you've owned your house or you bought a house in 2007 and you wanted to sell it today in 2022, you pretty much probably doubled your money. So with that in mind, I would suggest, again, going back to being ready. If you're ready to purchase a house or if you're ready to sell a house, by all means, stay the course. We do not see the big corrections of 2007, 2010 because the lending guidelines are not the same as they were back then. Today's lending guidelines are much tighter. You're talking about full documentation loans, you're talking about down payment, you're talking about buyers who are qualifying correctly. For those buyers that are out there looking for a home, they might be getting a good deal now because what's going to happen, in my opinion, is that once this inflationary numbers start to tame themselves and we get out of an inflationary environment, we got to all recall that we have a housing problem here in the United States where there's not enough homes to house everybody who wants to buy a home. That's why rents are also skyrocketing as well. So we might come out of an inflationary time where houses might be more expensive than they are today because things are going to correct. Unemployment is still very low. So with that in mind, I would say stay the course still. If you're looking to sell a house, you're still going to do very well. If you're looking to buy a house, be ready to buy the house to commit to that. So we look forward to seeing you around. If you have any questions regarding real estate, feel free to call me. My contact information is below. You can reach out at any time or text me. Again, look forward to speaking to you. This is Edward Uriarte, your local realtor. Thank you for listening.